To Mez's live stream
Ah!
with special guest Adawan. Hang on, I'm trying to load up YouTube to see and make sure that people can hear you. I need to go through and and it's
Ah!
kind of funny. It's my page or my thing, and I still have, as of yet, to go through and actually alert myself to my own notifications.
Silly.
Alert myself to my own notifications. Yeah, okay, so yeah, they can hear you. Happy pandas.
Ah!
I'm starting dead last again. But I'm in a BC lobby, and actually everybody here is almost catchable.
BC, that's in Canada, you know.
Yes, I know BC is in Canada. Thank you. Look, we gave you
On a
credit for an
hill.
Iran rescue, okay? Give us some credit. So I got a Mexican, I got a Brazilian directly in front of me. I got the Brazilian Cold Trickle, who I have a history with. So I've raced a couple of these guys before. Hi, good afternoon. Nice to meet you. Have a good race. Let's have a clean race. Alright. Okay, so there is. Alright, let's see if anybody plugs into the Adewana Mez show. So where are you starting at?
I'm starting on 9.
I'm starting 14th. Which we've only got 14 people in this lobby, so yeah, go GT40. I got damn BRZ in front of me.
And somebody already took me out. As I was trying to go around a guy that went off the track. So I am now officially 13.
Dude, that's a penalty. Oh, you spun out. Haha. Okay, so I moved up the position. Happy days!
Why can't I get your lobbies? Why do I gotta get these nasty lobbies?
Oh no, based on what I'm seeing in front of me, I'm in one of your lobbies. I just happen to be far enough back to where when they start taking each other out, I can take their positions. Like, that one. Another one of those occasions where I am barely into the lap, and okay, if that's Cody, I swear to God, I'm going to cyber kick him in the dick. Okay, so at the end of the first lap, I've moved up 2 positions. Gaining very rapidly on a, what I believe is a Lamborghini. No, it's another BRZ. I wonder if there's somebody at Subaru that gets paid to do all these liveries for Subarus, because Subarus always seem to have the coolest little liveries for their cars. Oh, well, now, children, come on now. I don't know who messaged me. I would be more than happy to take a look at the message when I'm in the pits. Go, go, gadget. Wheels. Oh, I got a yellow flag in front of me. Unfortunately, I think I'm too far back to be able to capitalize from it. Yeah, I couldn't capitalize from it, but I am up on them now. Oh, that was no bueno.
I was having a very bad race. Hitting rhubarb on regular basis.
You see, that was me last race. I couldn't stay out of the damn gravel. I'm like, I'm not paving the driveway, people. Get me out of here. Yeah, going Ferrari. Although we're about to have a Ken Miles, whatever that Italian's name was, competition again. Oh, look at me. You went wide. Oh, damn. Cole Trickle went off the track so bad. He's, like, been reset. Although I think Cadal's got his to where if he goes off track, his automatically resets him as well. Okay, Bandcamp. I'm a BMW sign driver. I know what that BMW M6 will do. Oh shit, ended up in third gear. Don't like third gear on this final chicane. Well, non-chicane. Little series of sweepers. Oh, and it was Cole Trickle, the Brazilian, who spun me out.
Okay, well, I'm guaranteed 11 with dropouts. After I got spun and missed my...
Now, here's the stupid part about it. Cole Trickle goes through, spins me out, right? And then goes into the pits. I'm like, are you stupid? Because I'm going to end up 30 seconds in front of you.
They could just hit the X roll.
Took that corner way around. Come on, Miz, you can drive better than this. Ooh. Okay, come back in, come back in, come back in. Thank you. Is your race getting any better?
Yeah, not really. I'm
That's all right.
guaranteed 11th with dropouts, but
Yeah, on it, jiggity. Now, this is definitely one advantage that Cadell's got over you and I, is the fact that he can go through and dial that transmission in exactly the way that he wants it now that he can switch to a manual.
cheater.
He's not cheating, okay? Jesus! So yeah, during last week's Nations Cup with the Super Formula cars, I'd made the comment, don't let the Super Formula car go into first gear. Coincidentally enough, with the Ford GT, don't let it go into first gear. Man, I'm in fifth. So I'm in top 5. I'm going to lose it, but I'm in the top 5.
Well, I made top 10 after all said and done. But I did pit early, so that helped.
Good deal. Made it to 4th. Top 4 guys went in together, but they didn't come out together. And I believe Cole Trickle, the fruitcake that went through and spun me out, has quit the race, which doesn't surprise me because he spun me out, so I know he didn't make it to the pit line in time. So he probably ended up with a 3-second penalty for crossing the illegal pit lane thingy. I'm hoping Fruitcake got at least a 3-second penalty for spinning me out, so we're at 6 seconds, and then if he came out of the pit wrong, he probably ended up with another 3 seconds, so that would have put him at a 9-second penalty. And this is where I lose my 4th place. So I'm getting ready to go into the pits on lap 7. . no, 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 no. I'm going to end up with a penalty. I went into the pits way too hot. Don't refuel. Medium. Okay, let's see who broke what during a pit stop. Oh, that was my daughter who blew that up. Alrighty. Unfortunately, I can't. Wait a minute. Hang on. It just unlocked. Oh, there was no chat message. Okay, I'm coming out in 9th with a 3-second penalty. Fortunately, the guy in 10th at the moment is 11 seconds behind me. So, I should be able to serve this penalty and still preserve my 9th place. Although with the way I keep taking these corners, he's gaining rapidly. So this may be one of those occasions where, yeah, I'm in the top 10, but 10th place is dead last, so because we've lost 4 people. 9 seconds. 3-second penalty. How much is my lead gone? Oh, took all that way around.
Final lap, trying to hold on to 8th.
Oh, what a coincidence. I'm in 8th as well. Yeah, this was a horrible race. My best lap was 1:45.8. How did they get in the top 10? Ever been like that? No. other benefit that Cody's going to have over us is the fact that he's going to have spectacular throttle control because he's actually using his foot and not his finger. Although you don't use your finger. Well, no, you use your thumb.
Yes, I use my thumb. Six with the penalty guy. No tires.
Good deal. Okay, so anybody who finds this live stream later, the reason why I'm streaming on what is supposed to be a work day, everybody in my lobby actually followed all the rules, is because I ended up inadvertently working a double. So as a result, because the hospital that I work at is clamped down on overtime, because I worked a double today, I don't have to work tonight. So, I don't plan on streaming until Girly Girl gets home. Guess it is a possibility. Could happen. Couldn't happen. But that's why you're seeing me on a Tuesday when I said I was going to do this on like Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Now, as a heads up, Girly Girl and I have the same days off on Thursday and Friday. She's taking Thursday and Friday off, which I believe is code for her boss said, hey, her organization has got to clamp down on overtime as well. So as a result, they are not allowing as much overtime. So she's probably off because of that. Finished the race in 8th, started at 14th. It wasn't a great race for me, but it was a solid race for me. So, moving up 6 positions, that's a good thing. Moved up 6 positions. Yay me. Alrighty. I have no desire to talk to any of them because, well, they're all jackasses. Hoot, there it is. A hoot, there it is. A hoot, a hoot, a hoot, there it is. Alrighty. Now, Adawan and I are both C-rated drivers. We have as of yet to be placed in the same lobby. So, yeah. I can't speak for Adawan because now Adawan can be heard, even though he is a soft speaker. So, he is extremely soft-spoken. Like to the point of Kadal has actually gone into his party settings and actually turned up Adawan's volume so that he can hear Adawan. So, but I am kind of holding out hope that yes, him and I will actually be able to race today together. And I'm a solid middle C. Now, with that being said, it hasn't always been that way. Let's see, while we are waiting, actually no, because as soon as I back out of this, yeah, as soon as I go to the PS thing, it kills the feed, so I actually can't do that. It doesn't kill the audio, but I was going to show you a screenshot where at one point I had done so horribly. Actually, it wasn't that I had done horribly. I was a really low rated C, and Adawan had logged on, and I'd want to talk to Adawan, so I backed out of a race, and because I had backed out of that race, which was my own free will, I'm not blaming Adawan in any way, shape, form, or fashion, even though I get blamed for everything, I got demoted down to D, and then I had to work my way back up through D, and then there I am, a solid middle C. So, and then if another question gets asked, allow me to answer it now. Why am I always starting dead last? That's because I actually have not put a qualifying lap on this track. This track for group or for daily race C that you see on the left hand side of the screen where it says daily races, race C, and Nations Cup are the exact same track. Exact same track. Exact same bop settings, the exact same everything. So what I've done is I've gone to Nations Cup for my practice. And then I'm coming into daily races and racing that way, which is why I'm constantly going up like 6 positions, 9 positions. I went up 10 positions in one race. But that's why I'm getting that. Essentially, I guess you really couldn't call it pub stomping, because I'm actually not winning the races, but yeah, I'm as close as a 52-year-old with a controller can get. And to clarify, I'm pretty sure you guys heard it earlier in the stream, Cadal is not cheating. Cadal went through and with his hard-earned money got him a race light, GT light cockpit, and steering wheel and pedal setup. So he actually has a bona fide racing setup for his house. That doesn't make him a cheater. That just makes him having enough disposable income at that time to be able to go down and buy said stuff. Never mind the fact of Adawan will probably have same said setup before I do. And for the record, I will not call either one of them cheaters.
Oh, man. Where's the fun in all that?
Because, unlike you and Cadal, I don't blame you guys for everything. I don't know if I've mentioned this in a live stream or not, but it is my fault that Cadal and Adawan are on this game. It's my fault. It's all my fault. Never mind the fact of, yes, I had intentions of buying the game for them because, again, we met on Call of Duty, played Black Ops 2 together, ran quite a few generations of Call of Duty together. And I did actually miss my friends being on the same game as I was, so I was going to go down and buy them the game. Cadal and Adawan game shares, so whichever game Cadal's got, Adawan's got by default. Okay, so I had mentioned, yes, I was going to go buy the game for them. Cadal's son, RJ, who races this game as well as RJ, bought the game because they are living together. Cadal went through and game shared with RJ, and he got into the game. We weren't able to get Adawan a copy, so I started game sharing with Adawan. Well, Adawan and Cadal are on PS5s. RJ and I are on PS4s, so our versions of the game were the PS4 version. Apparently, our graphics weren't good enough, so Cadal goes down and buys the PS version of the game. Cadal and Adawan start game sharing again. They both have PS5, so they both get the higher resolution. I'm on a PS4 on a 4K TV. You know what? The resolution is great. Okay, for me, it's great. But again, I didn't start with Gran Turismo until Gran Turismo Sport. Adawan and Cadal have been playing Gran Turismo since the beginning. So, yeah, I get blamed for everything. They're snooty and snobby as it pertains to their graphics, but I get blamed for everything.
So now you know why it's Mez's fault.
It's not Mez's fault. And to give you a general idea how deep this goes, Adawan is a signed McLaren driver. On his McLaren race car, his banner says Mez's fault. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Oh, there's a whole bunch of sandbaggers in this one. Like,
I only have one, but my top number is 141. So that's
my
yeah.
fastest guy is 143 dead. And then the fourth place guy is a 145.3. I can beat that. Um, but yeah. Unfortunately, I am the meat in a Brazilian sandwich. So I do not see me staying 11th very long. Oh no, I got bumped up to 10th. Somebody must have dropped out. So I'm starting in the top 10. Let's see if we can get the top 5, shall we? Because theoretically speaking, third place. Oh, wait a minute. No, we had some late entries. Now I'm back down to 11th.
Well, I'm 14th, so
All of
I
the
have a
podium
long
positions are
drive.
held by 143 drivers.
Geez,
But
I would enjoy that lobby.
so 143 Argentinians, Brazilians, a couple of Canadians, a couple Americans. Oh, it's Nations Cup before Nations Cup. I'm not talking to you. Swear to God, I'm getting ready to mute my phone. Okay, so that TCS that you see that was set to 3 should be 0 because I have my traction control turned off. But on occasion, mysteriously, my traction control gets turned to the middle. When I did run traction control, I ran it at 1, not 3. Everybody seems to think I'm crazy when I call it a hack, but yeah, that's the way I see it. Now, why do I race the GT40? This is why. I'm currently gaining on the 10th place spot. Just drag racing down the road. Oh, go ahead. Bump and grind each other out of my way. Go ahead.
Okay, I didn't bump you out of the way there, Mr. Mexican. I had the line. You bumped into me.
Oh,
Don't
funny part
have to
about it
run me
is
off the top track.
it's the Brazilians trying to take each other out. It's awesome. Actually, Pickles in his Porsche is starting all sorts of problems. So much for passive Canadians. And Brazilian in the hairpin. Oh, good. Beetle Brazilian is behind me. So much for clean racing. Now, with that being said, you can be in a race, get bumped all to hell, and still get a clean race bonus. As long as you're not the one doing the bumping, you're still eligible for the clean race bonus. Why does clean race bonus matter? Because it's a 50% increase in the prize money. So that's where the clean race bonus comes in. And it also affects your sportsman's rating and all of that good stuff. And your sportsman's rating is connected to your driver's rating. Not as much, but it is. That's a penalty. Come on, there's your better driver than this. I know, you've already heard that once in this live stream. Downside to it is, or the funny part about it is, you're probably going to hear it a couple of more times. Okay, so on this track, you've got one of two strategies. Medium tires and hard tires are required. You have to run both types of tires. So you can start out on the mediums, run 3 to 4 laps, and then go in and pit, or you can run the hard tires for 6 laps, go in and pit, or do what I do and run the hard tires for 7 laps and then go in and pit. I do the 7 laps because then it's kind of a sprint, and that's actually part of the reason why I get as many positions moved up as I do, because I've got that extra lap and I'm able to put in a little bit of distance. I'm also hoping that we wind up with a situation where people are playing grab ass with each other in the track and knocking each other around, which is going to slow them down. And then once it slows them down, then I'm able to put a little bit more time into them. God, I love this car. Just watch this. See my rearview mirror? See the Beetle? Say bye-bye, baby. Now, he is probably going to ram me. No, he didn't. Good on you, Beetle. Although he is trying to pit me. Downside to it is, okay, so people try the pit maneuver. Here's the thing. Yes, it is very effective to knock somebody off the track, and also very effective in getting yourself a penalty. Downside to it is if you miss that pit, you have just thrown yourself so far out of position that whereas he was a tenth of a second behind me, now he is damn near a second behind me. As a matter of fact, he'll be a second behind me before the mailbox is. Mailbox, and he's 1.1 seconds behind me. So, haha. Which in the GT40, the mailbox is your brake. You see the mailbox, second mailbox. There's 2 mailboxes on the straightaway. Second mailbox, as soon as you pass it, slam on the brakes. You stop in time. Take the chicane. Preferably better than what I just did. And then, yeah. I'm going to go with the GTR in front of me is on medium tires because his ass is all over the road. Not in a good way. So the other object in this sector is stay in second gear. Just whether you're manual or automatic, just if you've got to tap the brakes to stay in second gear, stay in second gear. Mr. Beedley was trying to make a comeback, and now hug that apex, stay in second, hug that apex, go to third, try to hug this apex. I have as of yet to be able to figure out how to hug this one properly. And then once you see that arrow, because I've got turn markers on, when you see that turn marker, man, you hammer down. Hit this apex. That's probably the best. I've hit that apex on hard tires ever. Come here, you try to straight line that the best you can. Tap the brakes, turn in, wait for the apex, give her power. More power! My ode to Jeremy Clarkson. Oh, no. Don't do that. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ba baby. And I'm in fourth. Not for long, but I'm in fourth. Ooh, missed that apex. Now I'm going to go with Herbie the Love Bug behind me. It's probably going to go in the pits at the end of this lap. I'm going to stay out till one more. Because the pit time for here is about 30 seconds. And I was a pixel over, so I ended with a half-second penalty. One nice part about it is Beedley here, who is somehow coming up from behind, is gonna go in. Oh, will you stop trying to pit me already? Can I get second? Well, yes, I can. I'm currently in second place. I won't keep it, but for this lap, I will be in second place. And Beedley is following my strategy. Car behind him has already pitted. So Beedley and I are the only two that have not pitted yet. And it appears Beedley went up into the gravel. I overshot the hell out of that, so any potential lead I could have kept, I'm gonna lose. Now the way you control your gears with an automatic transmission is the gas pedal and the brake pedal. Let's go in the pit, shall we? And not overshoot it like we did last time. Oh, mediums please, don't refuel. Alrighty, so I went in second. At this point in time, looks like I'm coming out fifth, which would be a really good showing because I could really use a top 5 finish. And now I'm in sixth. And again, this is just one of those that you're hoping somebody screws up, somebody makes a mistake that's behind you. Orange barrier, brakes. Okay, so just came off the hard tires, which are considered the slow tires. And I am on the medium tires, which are still considered a slow tire, but they're faster than hard tires. So, barring me doing something insanely stupid, I should finish at least sixth. But I see fifth place in front of me. Can I catch him in time? And I mean, I'll be the first to admit it. It's kind of a bad thing when you're kind of hoping somebody screws up. Goes off in the gravel. Nibs 53, new follower. Whoop whoop. Why? Not quite sure. I'm an old man with a controller. Oh shit, the ass's trying to come out from underneath the other one.
Catch it.
I don't wanna.
Sit down. Sit down.
I don't wanna sit down. Can't tell me what to do, you're not my real grandma.
I just did.
Alright, come on, let's go, let's go. Chip, 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 boo. I probably could have closed that gap down. Okay, so if you decide, hey, this looks like fun and I'm going to go down and buy Gran Turismo 7, two things. One, be patient with yourself. I mean, seriously, you have to be patient with yourself. You're going to go through moments where you're on top of the world, you're unstoppable. You could beat Tyler Hamilton himself in his own F1 car. And then there's going to be other times when you can't keep a damn car on the track to save your life. So, be patient with yourself. Two, I can't even remember where the hell I was going with that. Ow, that's going to hurt the baby. I saved it. I saved it. Call me the Resurrector. Get to know your tracks. Oh shit. The hell was I thinking on that one? Oh, that's right. I wasn't. Okay. Two, when you start racing these races, because here in a minute, for those of you who haven't heard it yet, you're going to hear Adawan and I say where we finished at on track, and then we're going to say where we finished at in the lobby, because this race has required tires. If you don't use those required tires, you lose a minute. Those of you who find this later on down the road and you're like, as you've already said that like 5 times. Well, it's kind of important because 1 minute can like ruin your race. 1 minute is enough to take you to dead last. Especially in this race, considering I'm only 30 seconds away from the leader. So I finished on the track 6th, and I finished on the track 6th. And I finished the race 6th.
9.
You got 9th?
I got 9th from 14th.
Good on you. Up 5 positions. Pickles in his car bumping out of the way ass Porsche 911 won the race. And it was close because he won it by a 10th. And then they were 2 seconds ahead of the 3rd place guy. 4th place guy was 5 seconds, and I was 30 seconds behind him. So, say Piggles, who won the race, had a 1 minute penalty, I would have won the race. Well, I wouldn't have won the race, I would have gone out of position. Now, if everybody in front of me had screwed up the tires, then yeah, I would have won the race.
Oh, I guess I started 15th with 5 positions.
No, that's right. You started 14th.
No, 9th, 9th, 14th. Yeah, no, 14th,
Yeah, no, that's
5
right.
positions. Yeah, no, not yet. Okay,
Yep, you got it. You're good.
My math sucks.
It's that new Canadian math. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Just add 1.
Just add 1. And my progress bar just etched right along. So, yep.
If I could get your lobbies, yeah, mine would be etching along.
Oh my god.
Faster. Yes, I am gonna whine about it.
Dude, you've heard me on this broadcast go through and say, I got spun out, I got pitted, I got knocked off the track. I promise you faithfully.
Every track.
I promise you faithfully, it's not just you.
Alright. Time for bathroom break.
Okay, potty break. See. I'm sorry, Russell. I wasn't trying to be rude. It was just that race, and um, if you're still here, if you're not still here, then I totally understand. But yeah, uh, hi, Russell. It was nice to meet you. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. I ought to change my thing to go through and say when I first enter the lobbies, play nice, you're live. It wouldn't matter. It really and truly wouldn't. Hell, there are times I think they go through and some of these guys have YouTube videos just to say, okay, I'm gonna shamelessly ram everybody. It's so good, I swear to God it is. Oh. I gotta grab my tablet. Grab my tablet, it's a bigger screen. There's my tablet. That has probably got more battery life on it. Lordy. Yep.
Alright then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one more. I'll make some lunch. Have a lay down. Pain reliever for an hour or two. Come back on and play some more.
Alrighty.
Thirty seconds.
Yep. Let the festivities begin.
And we get to play some bumper cars.
Hopefully not. I'd like to think that our next lobbies will be full of gentlemen racers who will be polite and courteous. Oh, I crack myself up sometimes.
It's your world. niggers. Canadian at the bottom and Canadian at the top. Big balls.
I'm in a BC lobby. And I got a Canadian in the middle. Agent Hercules. But I've got Ricky Bobby in the lead at 140. Not going to see him. And Super Dave, 141. Not going to see him. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to see anybody in the top 6. Everybody from 7 down, I've got better qualifying times on Nation Cup than what they do. So, hi, good afternoon. Nice to meet you. Have a good race. Let's have a clean race. As everybody started laughing.
Where am I starting? 12.
I am starting beyond 12. Actually, I think I'm starting 13th. Which means I'm going to be halfway through that corner, so if I take that corner properly, I can gain a position on that straightaway. God, I love the GT40. Now I'm starting 14th. So, see, TCS set to 3. No, TCS set to 0. I've gotten to the point now to where I just leave it up. That way, at the beginning of the race, I can just go through and turn it down. Or not down, but off. Actually, it'd probably be a good idea for me to take a nap as well, because, well, I'm old and I've been up all night because I was working. There's one, right off the bat. And I'm gaining on these two fruitcakes. What the hell is Vargas doing up there? Dude, that is not your straightest line. I'm willing to bet vital parts of my anatomy, that fruitcake is probably on intermediates. There's another one. Halfway through the lap, already gained 2 positions. Now, let's just back out of that because those two are going to create a problem. There's 2 more. Alright. So, in my first lap, I gained 4 positions.
Good job.
Unfortunately, I got Herbie the Love Bug in front of me from last race. TCR buckets. TCR buckets actually belongs to a TCR stands for the Clean Racers. Um, they are an online YouTube group, actually made more famously by a YouTuber called Tiggity. So he does YouTube videos, releases them on Mondays. He's out of the UK. So much respect to the TCR clan. And if at any point Tiggity is like so bored that he actually stumbles across this, Buckets is representing you just beautifully. I don't know if he's the leader or not. Yeah. Or it'd be the love bug, went through and for whatever reason did all sorts of silly stuff. And found himself in the Toolies. Go, go, gadget fingers. Oh. They went in early on their medium tires. We just started lap 4 and they were at the end of lap 3 and they were already in for tire change. So gain 2 more. Go, go, get your fingers. Oh, took that a little wider than I wanted to. Ooh, almost ended up in the gravel myself. Where's the force behind me? I was very happy that I made that mistake. Oh, it's Super Dave. Super Dave's a 143 driver, so let's see if we can keep up with him for a bit. Learn some tips and tricks, shall we? Oh,
I have
shit.
moved up
In the
to
gravel.
5th.
Fortunately, one nice part about it is you do ghost whenever you come back on the track from leaving it, so... Alright, so this is the beginning of lap 6. Again, different tire strategies that you can use in this race. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to mix my strategy up a little bit. Instead of... Oh, Super Dave spun out. So much for being a 143 driver. So, made it to 5th position in the top 5, and the crowd goes wild. Stay on the track. Made it up to 4th for our last lap on hard tires. Vet, why did you bump me? Oh, it's Agent Hercules from Canada.
I didn't do it.
What name does your brother race under?
I don't know. Winning the pits 3rd. How are we gonna come out? We don't be knowing. 5th and 6th come in behind me. 4th so far. 5th so far. 6th. 7. Out 7.
Unfortunately, who was it that tapped me? Oh, it was Super Dave, but he backed out, so that was okay. Yeah, I like Super Dave. Okay, time for me to nosedive into the pits. Brakes. I don't need another damn 3-second penalty. Mediums, no fuel, thank you. Went in 5th, coming out. Shit. I got buckets in front of me, he just went out. I got Herbie the Love Bug behind me. Oh, Herbie the Love Bug's beep beep. So. Alright. Came out 10th. Yeah, I think the next race I'm going to come in on lap 6 and see how that does. As long as I can keep beep beep 3 seconds behind me, then I don't have to worry about him pitting me.
Oh yeah, get bunted into the gravel. And now 9th. 10th. Was having a good race until then.
So yeah, at some point today, we should be live streaming, all 3 of us on the same, yeah. So, I want to apologize now for anything that Cody will say that could be construed as offensive. Well, Herbie the Love Bug, also known as Beep Beep, must have done a catastrophic error because he went from being 3 seconds behind me to damn near 6. On the flip side of that, me not focusing as much as I should have because I'm kind of in La La Land at the moment. I am now 10 seconds behind the guy in front of me. Come on. Yes. There we go.
Well, was it worth it to bump me in the bumper and put me into the gravel? It's ended 11th. Don't stop for tires. Ended 7th. Mr. Bump me into the gravel got a penalty for not changing tires.
Haha.
Exactly.
And not that we're wishing ill fortune on people, but yeah.
Well, when you deliberately bump somebody into the gravel to pass, yeah, I do. There is a thing called racing etiquette.
Agreed. Well, I ended up 9th. On the track, I was 10 of 14, so moved up 5 positions. Happy days.
Me as well.
And Beep Beep not only ended up with a 1 minute couldn't change the right tire penalty, but apparently he ended up with another 1 second penalty for some damn reason. Ha ha.
Cutting corner, probably.
Yeah. I know that chicane, uh, that one chicane before the penalty line, that has a tendency to get people. But this is slowly but surely starting to turn in another case where you're starting to see 911s a lot. So,
Well, me friend, I'm going for lunch. Oh, good, better check my driver. My
I don't know,
start
somebody's
first.
still on our track, so.
What did we get for a gift today?
Oh, yeah, I still gotta do my roulette ticket as well. I'll share that with the stream. Let's see.
10,000 cred.
Raised 5 positions. And
Alright, we will catch you later this afternoon.
alrighty. Alright, so let's go through. Jump out of there. Yep, still micro promotions. Okay. So, let's see what we got here. Now, there should be. Let me do this roulette ticket and I'll show what cars I've got. Please don't give me the damn Nissan. Oh, you couldn't have gone over one more. Alrighty, I have acquired 5,000 credits off my roulette ticket, which is a nice change of pace because usually I end up with like 3,000. So, I like it. Okay, so back to the cars I got. 1.2. I wonder how many more I gotta get. Okay, so this is based on performance points. So let's go with, where is that? Category. There we go. And then, why are we set up like that? That makes no damn sense. Okay, hang on. Change view. Category. Bloop. Flip it around. Change view. Okay, so I've got 2 Group 2 cars, or 2 Group 1 cars. I've got the GTR, and then I've got the SRT Tomahawk. Where that comes into play is next week, I believe it is, Nations Cup, your racing Group 1 cars. So I've got 2 options. Realistically, I'm probably going to race the Tomahawk. The Honda NSX, I bought this car because Cadal was like, oh, get the NSX. It drives just like the GT40. It'd be the group, it'd be another GT40 for you. Yeah, so not the way it drives. R8, actually I should back up a little bit more. Okay, so you've got the car, then down at the bottom of that box that's bouncing up and down, you've got the country of origin that the car is from, star, whether or not it's one of your favorites, and then that one has got a gift box. The reason why it's got a gift box is because I was given that one in a roulette ticket. because roulette tickets, they give you cards, they give you cash, they give you parts. Doesn't have to be parts to cars that you own, they're just parts. So wherever you see that, that means that I didn't buy the car, it was given to me. So I misspoke with the NSX, that was a gift. I bought the Group 4 car. Okay, so Group 3 cars, I've got the most of. I've got the Honda, I've got an Audi, I've got the Vet, I've got a Jaguar, I've got one of the two Aston Martins. Group 3 Aston Martin, you've got the B12 Vantage, and then you've got the DBR9. Dodge Viper, I have the Group 3 M4 version of this car. I have the Group 3 M4 version of this car. I have the Group 3 M4 version of this car. I have the Group 3 M4 version of this car. Suzuki was my birthday present. Okay, so a week before your birthday, Gran Turismo gives you a car, a random car. I got a race car. I got a Group 3 car. Yes, I put miles on this. No, I will never race it again. Mercedes-Benz AMG. I've got the Group 3 and 4 version of this. I've got all of the Group 3 BMWs. Again, I'm a BMW factory driver. And then my prides and joys. So I've got the 2018 version of the Ford GT. I don't race this one much, mainly because it is the EcoBoost V6, and I'm sorry, a Ford GT does not need a V6 in it. That's supposed to be a V8. Ken Miles had that spot on. They've got three GT Group 3 cars by Ford. You have the 2018, which is the car they raced. This is the Ford GT test car. And then this, which you've been watching me race, is the Le Mans race car. And then I've got the Group 3 Mustang. I've got the Group 3 M4 version of that. Supra, I think I've got the Group 3 and 4 of that. BMW M4. For my Group 4 cars, not this particular one, this one has got the most miles of any Group 4 car I own. So this, where you see the flag, because this has it and that has it, those are the cars that BMW gave me. Because whenever you sign with a manufacturer, they give you the Group 3 and Group 4 race cars. I happen to already own those cars, so that's why that one's got the Blackman Heritage Aina Coffee Roasters livery, and those don't. And then the Group 4. So, yeah. And then you end up with like some weird random stuff, and this is where you'll start seeing a lot of the gift baskets. Like I've got 3 Group B rally cars, 2 Fords, and a Toyota. I don't know. I guess all of these are Group Bs. My bad. Never paid attention. And then after that, it's just performance points cars. The Mercedes, Focuses. The higher the number the PP is, the more powerful it is. So, case in point, this Ford GT has got a performance point of the PP upper right hand 629. This little, well, this Renault Clio has got performance points of 469. So, yeah. And then Camaros. I got a Zonda. As you can tell, was a gift. Alfa Romeo, gift. Mustang, gift. Yeah. You're given a lot of cars in this game. I bought the Z8. So I have bought every Ford and I've bought every BMW that is available in Brand Central. So that's why if you buy them, then there's nothing underneath them. Now, with that being said, if you buy a car and then you decide you don't want a car, Gran Turismo 7 doesn't allow you to sell them back. You can't sell anything. Um, so the Camaro got quite a few miles on that, and let me make this perfectly clear, I am not a Chevy guy in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So yeah, that's my garage. All 127 cars. Fictionally, of course, because I got to be honest. If I could have any car here, it would be. Where is it? Actually, I think it was down by the bottom, wasn't it? That one. The '06 Ford GT. I just happened to stretch the body on that because in this game, if you buy a car, you can go into. Let me show you. You can go into GT Auto, and one of the options that they have available, although I don't have any options available in this car, on this car, you can go into custom parts and racing items, and you can get a wide body car. You can get, yeah. It's kind of cool. I know, I'm just rambling. I'm sorry. Although, I do need to go over to the Legends car lot. Yeah, Cadell is currently saving up for that car. That is his favorite F1 car. GT40 Mark 1 1966. 6.2 million credits. So I still got to crank out 5 million credits. Oh, lordy, I'm coughing. And then Mercedes and Nissan, and yeah. That is America's first supercar. Okay, so you've actually got 3 places where you can buy cars. Okay, you've got Brand Central, where they're all brandy spanking new cars. You've got Legend cars, which are the classics, very rare cars. And then you've got the used car lot. Typically, they don't have anything really cool. They don't have like any race cars that I've seen so far. It may get to the point to where that changes, but at this point in time. But you can buy these cars at a reduced price. Yeah, they come with miles on them and so on and so forth. But this game will actually make you change your oil. It will make you wash your car. It will, yeah. You do routine maintenance. And I don't see anything that I absolutely positively can't live without. Typically, I come in here for Fords and BMWs. Wherever you see the bookmark, that means that it's been acquired. I own that car. So whether it be a gift or if I want it in a cafe book or anything of that nature, then yeah, that's where those pop up at. And then yeah. And then this was a race I had yesterday that I'm actually kind of proud of. So, yeah. Let's watch it in the spectator view, shall we? And that is how we ended up. I ended up in second place after starting last place. Let me show you one thing real quick before we watch that. Okay, so Gran Turismo gives you your own personal kind of like social media page. Um, so when you get the game, it's Gran Turismo. It shows you all your friends and all of that, who's following, and I picked up a few new followers. So that's kind of cool. Yep. Cool beans. Alright, let's get to the replay. Alrighty. And somebody texted me. It was my daughter. Alright, I didn't start dead last. So my car is identical to the white Ford GT that you see in there. Okay, so Kinley and Leon are my grandkids. Yeah, that helped when those two started playing grab ass because, well, then I moved up. Normally, you don't. The computer has gotten to the point now, or well, yeah, the computer has gotten to the point now to where if they think that you're about to be an innocent bystander, they will ghost you. It doesn't happen all the time, because otherwise then nobody would get pitted or bumped off the track anymore. Um, but unfortunately, that's not always the case. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at that correctly. Miz is actually leading the race and pulling away. And then I had to go into the pits. And, well, that's a painful process. Now, the reason why the lights keep flashing on and off is because, okay, so on the left D-pad, or on the left stick, if you push down on it, that flashes your headlights. And, well, I'm still to the point to where whenever in turns, I'm pretty much flashing people. Hey, I'm here. It doesn't help, doesn't do anything, it just, yeah. Now, the car, the NSX that is behind me, actually went into the pits a couple laps before and got fresh tires. That's why he's all of a sudden starting to catch up with me and was like all over my exhaust pipe. So, unfortunately, I needed to get into the pits. I enjoyed leading the race. I really and truly did. Uh, but, yeah. I couldn't hold him off anymore, so it was one of those here pretty quick. You're going to see me let him go by. And he busted out and went on to win the race. And actually, I think he ended up like 13 seconds ahead of me by the time it was all said and done. I pit late. So... Am I thinking of another race? I think I'm thinking of another race. I'm sorry. Well, you know, men of a certain age. I hate it when my ear itches when I've got the headset on. So yeah, I absolutely positively love this car. Now, that needs to be qualified a little bit better. I love this car now. When I first got this car, I had rented the car for just to fart around with around Watkins Glen. It did beautifully around there. Then we had this track the next week in Daily Race. And at the time, I couldn't figure out how to drive this car around this track. So I parked it. And then I actually went a couple of weeks where I didn't use it at all. And then it was, okay, the car wasn't a gift. I had to buy it. It's one of the most expensive factory cars that you can buy at 1.6 million credits. I spent 1.6 million credits on this car and then just parked it. And I was kind of like, okay, there's just something wrong with that. So then I went through and started working with it. And now of all of my race cars, there is no race car that's got more miles on it than this one. I took the time to learn the car. Is it great on all tracks? No. There's some tracks it's absolutely positively horrid with. And on those tracks, I flip-flop between the BMW Z4 and the Ford Mustang. But at some point, I will go through, because again, I am a signed BMW driver, must represent. At some point, I will probably go through and race a Z4 a couple laps around this thing. With that being said, when it comes time for nations, I'm racing this car with this color scheme, with this livery, whatever you want to call it, with this paint job. Although I may go with a different color, but the purple will be there. Well, shit. Nope. Oh, there's the other Ford GT. That's what my car looks like when you buy it stock. And I'm going in the pits. And this is where I lose the lead. And unfortunately, unable to get it back. I know, spoiler alert. There's my pit crew. And away we go. So yeah, I'm really proud of this race because this is one of those races, just like the last couple of races that you've seen. Nobody in front of me had a penalty. So everything I had done on my own. It wasn't because of penalties. It wasn't because of anything like that. I had literally raced this race really good. Downside to it is I haven't been able to replicate it. Gotten close to top 5, gotten in the top 5. But I have not gotten another second, and I have never gotten another podium. So, yeah. But yeah. Kids, a little bit. Little man. This is what Dad and Grandpa does for fun. Kids already knew that I raced, did sim racing. When I had an Xbox, I did Forza. So, I think Forza 7 came with Xbox Live. So, but I never did any of the online races with Forza. I don't know. I tried it a couple of times, but it just wasn't fun for me. And then I got this PlayStation 4 as a Christmas present from my daughter-in-law. Thank you, kitten. And yeah. Got Gran Turismo Sport. It was like $6 or $7. It was on sale. And I got it. I started farting around with it, and then I had the opportunity to get this, and I got it. And it was kind of like, okay, game on. And it hasn't been perfect, but it's been really good. I wouldn't call it a perfect simulator, but I would call it a really good simulator. That's where old boy had gone off the track. He overshot that corner. And I took second place. And I kept second place all the way to the end. Because tires getting dirty, that's a real thing in this simulator. Tires getting wet is a real thing. Tires getting worn down is a real thing. So, which is why whenever you see me racing, I will freaking lock it up to keep it on the track. Because even though I overheat the tires when I do stuff like that, it's still better than getting the tires dirty or wet. And Miz takes the checkered in second place. And then, of course, showing the cooldown lap. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to end this stream.